Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna look at the New York Comic Con. This is the NECA booth. So we're gonna look at their brand new figures-ish. I'm a little bit disappointed because there's not a whole lot of brand new things. Most of what you see here was teased before uh, the New York Comic Con. So yeah, let's dig in. I'm gonna share my thoughts on these figures. So first up here is the, I guess, this is the 8-inch retro cloth figures from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. I've heard that some of these have retooled accessories and head sculpt and different boxes, but they're not new per se. So you have Leatherface right here with the killing mask. You have Chopped Up in the corner. Again, this is for the 50th anniversary of the movie. You have this one right here, Free Lady, I think, for the grandma mask towards the end of the movie, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty much sure this is gonna be the same head sculpt as on their 7-inch, but they're a little bit bigger, and obviously they have like a cloth material suit on them, which is pretty cool. Again, this is same here. Yeah, this is the 8-inch retro cloth ghost face here, which is pretty cool. Comes with different masks. Again, I'm not buying into this line because it's like, I think they look a little bit goofy, as you can see, or the proportions are a little bit off. So again, this is the I don't think this figure is new because actually I have this one from last year, but what's new is and again, this is not clear if they're gonna sell all these masks separately, which are gonna fit into with the 7-inch figures of a ghost face here, so that's not clear. But again, this is also gonna be new. This is from Scary Movie, obviously. The Waza mask, which is quite funny. So yeah, again, this is a figure that I don't currently have. It's weird because I haven't seen this in Canada yet, which is weird because it was released like at the beginning of the year, I think. So this is obviously the ultimate NECA Pamela Voorhees. Again, I'm a big Jason fan, a big Friday the 13th fan, so I obviously need this figure. And as you can see, besides her here is the Jason. This is like the Tom Savini look from the video game, which is fantastic. This guy looks like a monster, very huge. So again, this thing is still a prototype. Obviously, they have to work on it a little bit more. Not a big fan of the chains right there. They look like they're sculpted together as opposed to a separate piece like this. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, this is coming to the collection, obviously, and hopefully they continue now. They have Pamela out. They are missing, I think, part 8, 9, and 10, and then they're pretty much done with all the Jason. So hopefully in the future they're gonna do them all. Again, this, as you can see, is from like the Jason universe, which so far I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of that mask. It's just weird, like the position of the eye holes and the whole design. Not a big fan so far. So who knows? What I've heard though is they're working on new video games, obviously, and a new movie, which is, I mean, the last movie we had, which was the remake, that was like back in 2009. So obviously, with all the civil rights and everything between Victor Miller and the other guy, forgot his name. Hopefully, they can sort their things up. It was Sean Cunningham, yeah, the creator. Again, these are the small Chucky. This, I think, is like it's almost like a blind buy. You don't know what's in the package. So yeah, this is from obviously the new Chucky seasons from 1 to 3, which is pretty cool. This has like the Hannibal Lecter mask on them, which is funny. This one has a chainsaw. I believe this is from like the end of season 2. And you can see also Megan there. And this is pretty much what's new. Obviously they've teased these at the beginning of the year, but most of them are like prototypes. This is actually a 2-pack, which is cool. Obviously Art the Clown. Again, you have a shitload of accessories, which is very nice. And you have the pale girl right there. These, what's actually nice, usually they do like extra heads. These, they only do the faces, so it's like easier to just pop them in. You have a great mountain of accessory. You have the swords right there, the cereal box, just insane amount of accessory. That's why I love NECA so much. And again, this is the ultimate little pear girl. And again, I've heard that this is a 2-pack, so I'm not sure yet if these come together or it's only hers by herself. Again, as you can see, crazy details right there, guys. It's very creepy, and I haven't realized that this part right here, it almost looks like a hat where the hair is coming out, so that's nice. Again, very creepy face on her right there. That's nice. Again, more accessories. Not sure what this is. There's like a bloody container right there. You have bleach right there, some weapons, the sword, some knives, some beer bottles. This looks like a Thompson gun. Again, this is from the third movie, obviously Terrifier 3. This is like the Santa look, where he stole from that guy in a bar. You have the crazy glasses right there. This is very nice. You have some blood on the figure, although they just come out with like the Walmart exclusive, which is like a bloody version, which you're gonna look at in a second here. Again, this is obviously stated for next year, the beginning, so I assume between January and February this is gonna come out. It's a crazy accessory. You have obviously the cookies right there, the glass of milk, blood, the chainsaw. I think the chainsaw with the kill, that might have been the gruesiest, the most, I guess, horrific death scene in the movie, with the guy in the shower. That was, insane. And again, I cannot believe that this movie was actually approved to come out in the cinemas. I mean, I was so blown away. Obviously, here in Canada, I saw this movie with a couple of my buddies in Cineplex, and again, I was shocked it was actually allowed to show this movie, seeing on how graphic it was. So again, this is the Walmart exclusive right here. Again, unfortunately, it doesn't look as good as the prototype right here, because the blood is a lot sloppier. I've seen some actual, people that got them, and the blood didn't look as good. So who knows? Again, this has the garbage bag, and this is the clean version, which is just a repaint. So if you have a Walmart nearby, make sure to check it out, because some of these are on stock as of right now, as you can see. But again, a great set right there. These are definitely coming to the collection. So this one has a piece of brain, which is nasty. You have a little doll right there. This is a severed head. Okay, so this one is available now, so hopefully I can get this one before Christmas. Who knows? As you can see, fantastic sculpt right there. I would actually say this is even better than on my Trick or Treat Studios one, because the sculpt itself is very good, but the paint application is pretty sloppy, especially on the eyes and on the mouthpiece. So NECA here did a very great job, so kudos to you guys. Again, I love the boxes. You obviously have the posters from the movies, which is nice. And here, this is something new that again they have announced, I guess 2 or 3 days before the Comic-Con. I've covered this on my shorts feed. This is from Welcome to Derry, the new TV show, which is coming here in 2 weeks or so, I believe. Yeah, you have 2 figures of Pennywise and a giant Chorus scale one, which I'm very interested in. Again, this one, I don't know who this thing is. He almost looks like an imposter, so who knows? We'll have to see once the series come out. And obviously this is Pennywise here. This might be a reuse for the body, because they've done plenty of Pennywise figures before with Bill Skarsgård. But again, the head sculpt look very nice. Again, this is a little bit blurry, so it's hard to see. It looks like it comes with 4 head sculpts. And again, as you can see, this is the bloody version. And what's cool about this, you can actually interchange this color piece. So again, this is like the bloody version, which works well with the head sculpt. And you can make like a clean version, which is very nice. Again, this is like the imposter version. Again, I don't know who this guy is. So maybe an imposter in the TV series who pretends to be Pennywise. Again, as you can see, those are slated for next year. Again, the new HBO show. And again, this is the Chorus scale right there, and you can see the head sculpt is very nice. Obviously not as detailed as the Hot Toys one, which is even smaller, because this is Chorus scale, so it's pretty chunky. But as you can see, I like the details on the eyes. As you can see, this eye right there kind of, perks on the side, just like in the movie and the new TV show. And I like the whole crackle look on the head, very big head right there. So this one obviously comes with 2 head sculpts. As you can see, this is the regular head. It's It's fantastic. I mean, the sculpt, you can see the eye on the side right there, very creepy look. The sculpting is very nice. So again, this is a quarter scale, so it's gonna be about 19 inches tall. I'm definitely gonna buy this guy because I didn't bought the original version from the first movie. So I'm still missing actually their Michael Myers from the new, like, but not new, but like the 2018 movie. And other than that, I pretty much have all their, other quarter scale. Like I have the Jason, the two Freddy's. That's very nice. Oh yeah, and here comes the Predator, which is obviously, I like them NECA Predators. This is obviously from Badlands. This is gonna be in 2026. And it's interesting, this says here it's ultimate deck with the training armor. So are we gonna see like a different armor in the movie? Because this is pretty much how he looks in all three trailers. The only thing I don't like about this guy is the size of the tusks right there. As you can see, they appear to be very thick. So that's not nice. It's obviously very sloppy right there. And also these bottom teeth right there, they look very globbed together. So hopefully they're gonna change that, because again, this is just a prototype. As you can see, comes with a sword. The sculpt is very nice. Again, it's gonna be interesting to see the size of this thing next to other predators, because in the movie he's supposed to be a lot smaller than your typical 7-foot plus predator. Obviously he's still growing, and a lot of people say that he has a human face, which I think that's funny. I mean, I never saw a human with mandibles before, so if you do, let me know. I would like to see that. But again, it still looks like a predator to me. Again, this is gonna change because obviously we saw pictures of his brother, obviously from the trailers and everything, and his brother has like his upper crest right there is a lot higher than his, which makes me to believe that his brother is actually a lot older than him. And obviously with his father having like a regular predator design, a lot of people said, well, why doesn't he look like his father? Where, I mean, this is just logic. This is basically a very young, this might be the youngest predator that we have seen in screen, so that's why it's completely okay again with me. And again, next to it is like the newer big chap from Alien Romulus at the beginning of the movie. Again, here you see some more accessories. Looks like a staff. This looks to be, and it's hard to tell. It's like a blade. You have a bow right there with like a laser, which is very nice. You see his mask right there, which I like. And there's damn, I forgot her name. Just like the Wayland Yutani, the synthetic. I forgot her name, but she also has like a, I guess, a sister in the movie, which is bad. Thea, there you go, her name. This, I believe, is gonna be on a 2-pack with a small alien that we saw at the end of the third trailer in the movie. I'm gonna put some pictures above. As you can see, Thea and Bud 2-pack. So the Predator is gonna come by itself. This is gonna be a 2-pack with a small alien. Which again is, this one is Q4 of 2026, so almost like a year away. And this one is actually another cool surprise. We have seen this before at the beginning of the year, but this is like the Samurai Predator from the Predator. This is like the video game, the online video game. Again, this sucks. This should have also been a single player. This is from, again, the Hunting Grounds video game, and this one is a must, even though it's just a skin. It's a cool figure to have in your Predator collection. Again, this is just stuff that came out. Jaws the game, which I have, and there's Squint, and I haven't realized that they've actually gave him a bald spot on the back of the head. I mean, that's very nice and detailed, obviously. So again, hopefully, what I've heard is this guy actually sold very well. So hopefully now we're gonna get maybe next year like the full ultimate scale Bruce. It's gonna be huge, like 28 inches tall or so, long. I mean, because this one I was like 15 or 16, so it doesn't quite match with like the ultimate scale figures, but who knows? Gonna have wait and see. And finally, here, what excites me the most, I just received this guy last week, the Curse of Michael Myers figure, and then I've this one I should get in a week or so, and this one was just announced like a week or two ago. It's from Halloween Resurrection. It's interesting to see because again they did part 2. They did a 2-pack with Loomis. They actually did the 3 figures from the new trilogy. but they haven't done like a part 1 Michael. They haven't done part 4 and 5, so it's interesting. Is it because of like licensing and everything? Because obviously Trick or Treat have done all they've done all the Michael Myers figures minus the let's see here, the Michael Myers from like the third movie in the trilogy, Halloween Ends. They haven't done that in 1/6 scale version, but so it's interesting to see. Uh, but hopefully, I'm excited to see like a Hobo Myers maybe from Halloween. You know, like the Rob Zombie movies. Those are gonna be very nice to see with the multiple head sculpts and everything. But yeah, I will get all of these obviously to complete my Halloween collection, as I'm a big fan. Yeah, this one is very cool. I like that. I actually like the mask, even Part 6 one. As you can see, this one they all have different physiques, which is nice. They're not sharing the same body, so as you can see, this one is very beefy, where these two are more slender. That's very nice. See, I think this, yeah, it's my last picture here. So yeah, guys, let me know what do you think about the New York Comic Con so far. Do you like the NECA booth? So far, as I said, I'm a little bit disappointed because most of these we saw before. Again, this one was just like announced last week, and then they've showed the prototype. So again, would have been cool to see more figures, upcoming projects that they're working on, because they showed a lot of Ninja Turtles, which again I'm not. I mean, I like the franchise, but I'm not the biggest fan of the figures that are doing. So for me, from NECA, it's mostly horror figures. So a little bit disappointed of the New York Comic Con, especially from the NECA side. But again, some pretty cool figures overall, which most of them I'm gonna get. Yeah, let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think about their announced figures. And as usual, stay safe. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give me a like, comment below, and as usual, guys, stay safe. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.